Cheers guys, I am Bogdan and I want to do a quick video as a reaction of this first couple of shows on the Oasis Reunion Tour. Even more so, I see this video as a follow-up to my previous one, which I did in August last year when they initially announced this reunion, and in which I was actually very skeptical about this whole thing. I still am to some degree, but at the same time I'm quite impressed after these couple of shows, so I'm gonna detail everything shortly. So in my first video, let's say, about this Oasis reunion topic, I was expressing my skepticism when it came to the purely artistic part of this reunion, because I wasn't expecting anything new, anything that the big Oasis fan in me would be enthusiastic about in terms of creation, artistic wise, because I don't expect them to be better than they were 16 years ago when they broke up. Liam's voice, I was thinking it's fading out. So overall, I wasn't expecting new music either, and it seems, I will get back to that, it seems they're not planning on doing any new music after all. So overall, I was underlining the idea, the obvious idea, I would say, that they're doing this for money only, and I as a fan, I'm not into it, even more so as I wouldn't pay, how much was it, the cheapest ticket, 140, 150, I wouldn't pay that to see them now. I stand by this statement. Not even now, after seeing the first couple of shows, I still wouldn't pay this amount to see them. It's just a matter of personal choice, but nevertheless, I did love this first couple of shows after listening to several videos. And even to one YouTuber who actually put the whole show on, the whole first show on, after watching countless of takes of songs, videos from this first couple of concerts. Of course, the quality isn't great, the quality of the recording. Nevertheless, you can still tell their actual sound. Yeah, the actual sound is great. So that's a big plus. But anyway, let's get back to my initial point. So, even though I still say that artistic-wise, maybe this reunion wasn't necessary, while I do appreciate it's a nostalgic ride, it's a nostalgia reunion tour, it's a trip down the memory lane for many fans. And I also appreciate the fact that in the current music industry, in the current state of affairs with the rock music, this was very needed, because the pure rock and roll music is or has been slowly dying. And when a band of this magnitude reunites after 16 years, many would argue it's probably, or it could come down as the greatest reunion of all time in rock music. So when a band of this magnitude comes together, it feels like the whole rock music and the whole rock and roll spirit gets a real boost and comes back to life again. Okay, so let me tell you exactly what I loved about this first couple of shows. Let's start with Liam's voice. It was very, very good. I was very skeptical of his vocal capabilities. I thought his voice was basically shot to pieces, gone. But as it stands now, at least for this first couple of shows, he sounds great, given he's 52 and given he's been abusing that voice for so many decades. Yeah. So from this standpoint, and it's a very important one because he's the main voice, yeah, the main vocalist, it's a very, very strong point. Now, of course, we will only be able to appreciate this when the whole reunion tour is over. But for the first couple of shows, it's very good. Let's hope his voice will hold up. Another great thing was the set list. It was an absolutely perfect set list. All, like someone said, all killer, no filler. And it really shows how great this band is, or was, or still is, however you want to call it, to have a set list of 2 hours, like 20 or over 20 songs, only super hits. Many of them, mind you, you know Oasis, many of them were B-sides. It was all very intense, yeah, with a very up-tempo, very nice pace, all rock and roll, all pure rock, and a full set list of hits you could sing along. Even I think even if you wouldn't be per se so-called Oasis fan, you would be able, as a simple member of the audience, you would be able to sing along to the vast majority of the songs. It was absolutely amazing. I wouldn't mind if they actually would put this, even the first gig they had in Cardiff, I wouldn't mind if they would put it on a DVD. I think it would sell amazingly. Well, of course, that's their issue. Anyway, let's not talk about the money for now and the sales. But I really believe it would sound amazing. Once again, we the fans who didn't attend the concerts, we have only been able to listen to basically recordings with the phones, yeah? And it still sounds great, yeah? So just imagine how this first show would sound like in a proper recording launch on a DVD or something like that, yeah? And also keep in mind that's only the first show. They still need to get into their stride. They are not used to anymore to play together and all that. So I expect their overall playing to only get better. Again, when it comes to Liam's voice, this can be tricky. This, if I am to give an honest prediction here, I would expect his voice to go down. But their overall playing as a band, I only expect it to get better. And probably the last idea for now, Noel. I really love Noel. He's my most influential. I am a songwriter, singer myself, and he's my most influential artist and my favorite, I would say my favorite musical artist of all time. And I have always suspected he's only doing this for money. I know for a fact, I would say, that he was very happy doing his High Flying Birds thing. And I also know, I'm sure of the fact that for a long time he hadn't been Miss Oasis at all. But what I think, it is a good possibility now that this reunion will give him some sort of fulfillment. Again, never mind the money. Some sort of soul satisfaction, yeah. And I really hope he will not regret doing it. I saw him very emotional, to my very big surprise. Many fans were speculating that he was actually crying, literally crying, the first moment they appeared on the stage at the first Cardiff gig. And he indeed looked like that. I saw a few videos, a few photo captures as well. I would be very surprised if he was actually crying. I can't tell for sure, because he's usually a very emotional guy, but he never shows it. Yeah, he's a very sentimental romantic guy. deep down, but he never shows it. He's always this cool, some even perceive him as arrogant kind of guy, but he's a very a guy who feels a lot. And if he indeed was crying, that would be something quite remarkable. But talking about Noel, it really shows he all these past years since they announced the reunion, he has been doing some rehearsals when it comes to his lead guitar capabilities. He always stated he's not a guitarist. This was never his thing. He's a songwriter. He never actually preferred being the lead guitarist. He always, even in his glory days back in Oasis, he always played guitar like a kid who just learned how to play, and he's afraid of not skipping a note, not missing a note. He's never been too confident about it. Even more so after over a decade in High Flying Birds in his solo career, he stated it. I saw him saying that several times, that whatever he had in terms of playing lead guitar is gone, because with the High Flying Birds he was only playing chords and singing, yeah. And he said something like that, it's all gone, whatever I had in terms of playing solos and lead guitar stuff, it's gone. But now, since he's back in Oasis, and since in Oasis he's always been the lead guitarist, again, he said it back then, I'm the lead guitarist in Oasis because nobody else is doing it, yeah. Bonehead was just playing bar chords. Gem could do it, but in the 2000s, I think still Noel was the main guitarist. So now he was obliged. He was in a way forced to get back to school, and he's doing it very well given the circumstances. He's still not fully confident. You can tell. I saw him, for example, messing up a couple of notes during the solo for Live Forever on the second night in Cardiff. So it's still not very, very confident and about it, but nevertheless, it still sounds great. Yeah, I for one was never the type of guy who's looking for spectacular stuff and shredding and all this type of thing. For me, music is first and foremost about emotion. You can create emotion with the simplest chords, with the simplest note. You don't need to be spectacular. Whoever needs that, go to the circus. That's not music. Of course, sometimes you can have both of them. They are not mutually exclusive. Yeah, this shredding with the emotion. Yeah, you can create emotion by shredding. But that's not always the case. And again, whoever wants to be a show-off, whoever focuses on being a show-off, they don't necessarily create emotion as well. And when it comes to Oasis and what's needed for Oasis, whatever Noel is doing there in terms of lead guitar, even the most simplest, and even any mistake he might do while playing a solo, it's very well perceived, because this is what's needed for Oasis. It's natural, it's authentic, it's the Oasis of the 90s, as much as that can be recreated, and even more so during today's fake world where AI is taking over. A news broke recently, I think last week, about a totally fake AI generated band who gets hundreds of thousands of views plays on Spotify. So when everything tends to be now AI created, which is so absolutely messed up, if you ask me, having a pure rock authentic band is so refreshing, even when they make mistakes. Even when, for example, Liam's voice will crack up, will be shot to pieces again, even when Noel might miss a note during a guitar solo. Anyway, overall, the whole experience, as I perceive it, this whole couple of shows, the first in the reunion tour, they've been amazing, way above my expectations. So I'm here to salute this, to say bravo, kudos to them. While again, as I said at the beginning of this video, I still believe this is done only as a cash grab, as bad as it may sound. I think someone in their management team announced recently that this most likely would be a one-off, and they don't plan on touring again after this tour is over. They don't plan on releasing any music at all. So that's how it stands now. Of course, they might change their mind along the way, but as it stands now, let's focus on the music only. And I hope the fans who go to see them live have a great experience. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Cheers, guys.